So, of course, we inhaled 8 beers, watched the incredible Finnish film Topless Gun, and pissed all over the hot rocks in the sauna.
I feel like that's a faux pas in Finnish culture. I'm not an expert, but I feel like it is.
What are we even watching?
I actually haven't done, like, I've watched some of these, but I've never reacted to one for the YouTube channel. The Martincitopants. It's in a similar vein, I think, as the guy who did the Elaine one. Not this. They're different. They're frogs, but they're different. I don't know what's with all these guys making video game content where their stuff is they're a frog, but they confuse me sometimes. But yeah, I've watched some of his, and they're good so far, so yeah.
Hello again. Welcome to Finland.
The point... Huh? Oh no! No, is this the Finnish car game that is like weird and scuffed?
Finland, one of the countries of all time. Cars, sausages, beer, 0 points.
One of the many European countries I plan to visit on my trip is actually Finland. So
0.7% of people, 11% of all saunas, lakes, driving the tractor while heavily under the influence. What is this word? Molotov cocktail.
God,
why is the snow speaking Finnish? And the sport of rally car racing. Today is the day we immerse ourselves in this alien world of rally car racing. We're gonna...
Why are they pissing on them? I find it so funny that so many people like Finland. Like when you bring up Germany, Sweden, like meh. When you bring up Finland, they're like, I like that place. They seem nice.
Build this good car, tune it, upgrade it, scull 12 beers and drive it into oncoming traffic, take it to the local rally race, and with some luck, win. This journey was very hard, and made significantly more difficult because if I die in the game, then that's it. I die in real life too. So, let us begin.
It's the most European place ever. What makes it the most European place ever?
We began on the start screen. I named myself Helsinki Fata, chose this...
Oh my fucking god. Helsinki
this beautiful photo for my mugshot, and began. The year is 1976. A boy is born. Me, Helsinki Fata. Fast forward 19 years, and it's 1995. Our boy is living in a nondescript lake house at the lake of Fuck. Upon waking up, we had a near unlimited number of possibilities.
Every time I hear Helsinki, I like question the way it's said because I used to say it wrong and then my Finnish friend drove it into my head how to say it correctly. And now I question myself when someone says, like, wait, is that the right way? Am I 5 seconds from being abused?
So, of course, we inhaled 8 beers, watched the incredible Finnish film Topless Gun, and pissed all over the hot rocks in the sauna.
I feel like that's a faux pas in Finnish culture. I'm not an expert, but I feel like it is.
In the garage was our project rally car. Or at least all of its bits. This right here is the car's chassis, and inside the garage was everything else. Panels, doors, engine block, pistons, crankshaft, fuel tank, clutch, gearbox, struts, wishbones, brakes, shock absorbers, cylinder head, T-34 85M main battle tank. Oh wait, that's not in the garage, that's in today's sponsor, World of Tanks. Gentlemen, it is time. The metamorphosis has already begun. I am the World of Tanks, the greatest tank free-to-play video game ever created with over
Oh, it's an ad. This, you know where the rules are. It's an ad inside of an ad, guy. So, seeing this will be a YouTube video at some point, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell, all that fun stuff. Check the links down below. We actually have a sponsor at the moment where the wins meet. Playing it helps support the channel so we can make more fun games. Check it out down below, guys. That would be fantastic. And let's go.
100 million players around the world. Can you guess what this game is about? Tanks. Over 600 million tanks. Destroyers, artillery, small, medium, and... Changus. I am going to assault the French. Oh wait, maybe. The Germans. Actually, no. I'm going to assault the British. I will fight them on the beach.
The right answer was the Swedes. If I've learned anything from Finnish, knowing Finnish people, is the answer is always fight the Swedes.
I will fight them in the fields, and I will fight them across the 40 battle arenas spread all over the world. Do you know how many that is? I have no idea. I lost my frontal lobe in an industrial tank accident. You would not believe me how historically accurate they made this game. Believe me. I was there. Earn experience, modify, and upgrade your tank. Finnish comrade, join me in glorious battle against the Soviet menace and defend our beautiful homeland. Download World of Tanks for free.
A good answer too. Russia would have
been. With the link in the description. Use code TANKMANIA to get 7 days of premium for free. 250,000 credits, premium tank Excelsior, 3 rental tanks, Iger 131, Cromwell, and T-34 85M. Do it now, or the Finns will be defeated. Also, they released some merch, so go check that out. Right, yeah. The crankshaft, fuel tank, clutch, gearbox, struts, wishbones, brakes, shock absorbers, cylinder head, head gasket, rocker shaft, camshaft. You get the idea. Helping me build this car was nothing. I was going to try to build it without using any guides. Was this a good idea? No. All these parts fit together in a
That's just me too. I refuse to read anything unless I get stuck.
sometimes very irritating way.
Yeah, and also it's just because Finland has a lifelong grudge with Russia and Sweden. Russia because of more modern wars, Sweden because of history. But also because apparently most Finnish people think Swedish people are gay or something. I don't know. There's a lot of memes there. But yeah, I prefer not to go to too touristy places if possible, even though there's a lot of good stuff. It's just so it's not as hectic.
Just go in. Just go in. Fuck! Not to mention, each part has bolts, and the devs, thinking that screwing in hundreds of bolts would be far too easy, elected to make every single one have a size. Wait, you can't bolt this part in with the spanner? Sorry, fucko, that's the wrong spanner. Try again, sweaty. If I was going to build this car, it was going to take a long time. So, naturally, I got bored, went to bed, was woken in the middle of the night by the phone ringing, and I couldn't see shit. To make matters even worse was the most annoying character in
Everyone's racist in Europe, guys. It's not always against the same people, but they're all racist.
the entire game. Bug. To get rid of Bug, I need to take a trip into town and get some mosquito spray, among some other very important items, like beer and sausages. I had 2 vehicles to choose.
Something I didn't know. Fun fact. I didn't know this. That country still did this, but my Finnish friend was telling me that his favorite kind of sausages is a horse meat sausage. It's like a mix of beef, pork, and horse meat. I was like, you fucking animals. So that's probably horse meat sausage.
From this motorbike, which can only carry one thing at a time, or the tractor, which is really slow. 20 minutes later, I arrived in the bustling metropolis of I bought my groceries and then drove the tractor for another 20 minutes back home. Building the car was going to take a long time, so while I struggle to figure out what the hell the distributor is and why I would need it for my car, why don't we talk about engines?
I feel like I feel myself rage quitting this game.
An engine's job is simple. Convert the chemical energy of gasoline into kinetic energy in the car. First off, we start with suck, squeeze, bang, and blow. The 4 steps of a 4-stroke engine. The engine sucks in a mixture of fuel and air, squeezes
Maybe I do have a smooth koala brain, because this is just sliding right off my last brain cell.
it really tight, ignites it with a spark plug, and blows out the exhaust. A little car has 4 cylinders, each sucking, squeezing, banging, and blowing. These 4 cylinders house 4 pistons, which each connect to the crankshaft. The pistons go up and down, and the crankshaft goes round and round. The crankshaft...
I'm not saying, okay, guys, I know a lot of you are American, and I don't want to say that your racism in America is inferior because it's only based on the color of people's skins and blah, blah, blah. But the real racism, the racism that is pure, is the racism of hating people for where they live, not for what they look like. And how many times they try to invade your country and steal your woman. And that is the European hate. It's on a different level. Like, because most of the time when you track in Europe why they hate each other, like with Finland, why they don't like Swedes too, is because Finland was part of Sweden, like they took Finland by force, etc., and made it part of them and treated them like shit. So they hate Swedes. There's lots of things like that. No, you have to pick one. You can't do both. You have to pick a hate. If you only hate based on how someone looks, you have the inferior racisms. That's all I'm saying.
shaft is connected to the wheels through the clutch and gearbox. Put your foot down on the gas, the engine spins faster, the wheels spin faster, and off you go. Simple, right? Yeah, well, obviously it's not that easy, as you can clearly see by my inability to assemble the clutch. My man, it's been 30 minutes. Why can't you figure it out? No, stop fucking the car with the tractor! Next up is suspension. Huh? Now, why do we need suspension? Well, without it, things get a bit bumpy. You need suspension not only to absorb bumps in the road, but also keep the wheels in contact with it. Brakes. Probably the most simple part of the car.
Oh, is that why people always comment on the suspension of cars?
The brake discs are connected directly to the wheels.
I feel like hating how people act is a personal hatred, right?
When you press on the brake pedal, brake pads push against the discs and convert their kinetic energy into heat. And there we go. I'd pretty much finished the car. Excluding the wiring, wheels, tires, brake fluid, clutch fluid, engine oil, coolant, camshaft alignment, and replacing about 15 parts.
Except everything.
That would inevitably break within 5 minutes of driving. We were basically done. I retired back to the house to eat some food and drink a bit of water. But I couldn't. The sausages were spoiled. In fact, all the food in the fridge was spoiled. Oh no, I had spent so long working on the car that my house had been disconnected from the electricity for not paying in time. This could not have come at a worse time, because I had zero food, and tomorrow was Sunday. Timo's is not open on Sunday.
Jesus, what a hellhole.
Of course, I didn't know this, so I rode into town in a mild panic after my hunger meter had gone red. Timo, open up, I need to eat your food, Timo, open up, open up. Shit. The sun had well and truly come up, which told me that Timo's was clearly not going to open today, so I elected to ride my bike back home. On my way back, I came across the dance pavilion, which had 2 cars outside of it, blasting some funky beats. The game actually let me open the back doors of this car and climb inside, so seeing that I had nothing better to do, I gave it a go and hopped in. This was a terrible mistake. Immediately it was clear that the man driving had in fact consumed a rather large amount of alcohol prior and was driving at an alarmingly high speed with alarmingly low control.
Is this the Finnish experience? Man's for hating other race if they hate everyone unconditionally. I guess not.
I then made an even worse decision and swore at the driver. This put him into a frenzied rage, and he immediately stomped the gas, drove straight into a tree, and died.
Whew.
Well, shit. The only thing I could really do was hop out and walk home. So that's what I did. Ooh. Things, however, were not looking good. Being out in the sun and running home like this was rapidly increasing my thirst. I walked for what felt like hours along the dirt track leading home, and eventually, my house was just visible in the distance. I was so close to water. I reached the mailbox, looked inside to try pay the utilities, collapsed. Oh.
Damn.
No.
Joe over.
And died.
Young man dead from dehydration.
Attempt number 2. This attempt did not last long. I named myself drank until I blacked out, pissed on the TV, and died.
He got electrocuted through his piss. Oh my god, what a more. Very. Okay. And that's an achievement. Behind my back it says achievement unlocked. What a shock.
Attempt 3. I gave myself the brilliant name Glorbo. This time I was going to use a guide and try to build the car a little faster. The first thing the guide wanted me to do was get in the tractor and go collect some stuff. One of those stuff were these wheels inside this abandoned mansion. The wheels were on the top floor, so of course I went to the top floor, ignoring the wasp nest right above me.
I've never even seen the video.
Attempt 4. I did all the same stuff as the late Glorbo, but yet again, died to the wasps, like a complete idiot. Nope.
There are no save points in this?
Fuck! Attempt 5.
Oh my god.
This time, I saw the wasp nest and managed to sneak past it without getting stung. Using the guide and some of the knowledge I had accumulated over the past 12 hours, I was able to build up the car fairly quickly. And before I knew it, the engine was in, the suspension was suspended, the panels were attached, and wiring wired. Did the car work? No. But it did in fact look like a car. All this work had been quite exhausting, so I loaded up this little boat with some supplies and took a nice relaxing trip to the island in the center of the lake. I was here for the fish trap, but also to just chill for a while and eat some sausages. That is, if I didn't burn every single one. Shit. Leaving the island, I made sure to ransack it for everything it had. This camera, lantern, coffee stuff, bucket, fish trap, and fireworks. Arriving back home, I needed to go buy yet more stuff from town, and
if it is car-shaped, why no run like car? That's
still only had the tractor to work with. Hopefully, this would be the last time I'd have to make this long, laborious trip. Nope. Back home, I put the final touches on the car, wired the last things, filled up the fluids, pissed in the radiator for enhanced cooling, and what do you know? It was ready to be started. I put the key in the ignition, gave it a turn, and... well, that didn't sound good. This little crunch sound had completely drained the battery, so while it was charging, I went inside to watch some TV. soon. Attempt 2 at starting the car. And against all odds, it actually worked. Oh my god, it started. Now granted, the car was making this horrific bang.
This is why I don't work on my own cars, because this stuff would drive me insane. Printers already do my head in. I don't need like a vehicle fucking with me.
Sound, but it ran. This banging was caused by the camshaft gear being out of alignment. To fix it, I'd have to take the engine out, remove the cover plate, and rotate it back into alignment.
Well,
But why does
is
the
it a
camshaft
manual?
need to be aligned? Remember, suck, squeeze, bang, and
I
blow.
wasn't paying enough attention because
This only works if these valves are correctly timed. These valves are needed to keep the air and fuel inside the cylinder during the squeeze and bang stages. The camshaft
damn squeeze and bangs. Hey Benedito, welcome in.
is responsible for opening and closing these valves at the correct time. One valve is for the intake and the other is for the exhaust. If they aren't timed properly, you could be intaking air through the exhaust and exhausting air through the intake. As you can imagine, not good for Mr. Car. Once the camshaft was aligned and the engine thrown back in the car, it was time to start her up again.
I had to guess that is a manual because I see the 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So yeah, it should have a clutch and stuff.
Shit. This time, something else was broken. Of course. Taking off the valve cover, I discovered that the rocker shaft, which is what actuates the valves, was broken. To fix this, I'd need to buy a new one at Fleetari's repair shop. So I did, and threw it in the car.
Quite literally.
Oh! It runs! Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Ooh! Gentlemen, we had done it. Everything seemed to be working.
For the person who wants to be a mechanic, but not really, you know?
I could even put it in gear and move. This was extremely satisfying. After working on this thing for hours and hours, it finally ran. Naturally, I gave it a quick test drive around the dirt outside the house when I drove it into a ditch. Oh. And it broke. Fuck! It was time to take our little car on its maiden voyage.
Oh my god. Poor
I got it onto the highway and jammed the throttle all the way down.
Oh wait, if it's a Finnish game, that means they drive on not my side of the road. The wrong side.
The acceleration was bad. The car topped out at just over 100 kilometers an hour, giving it a 0 to 100 time of about 60 seconds. Miraculously, I had managed to reach town without the car breaking down. So I turned her around and headed back home. This is where things went wrong. Perhaps running the car at full throttle constantly wasn't such a good idea. As I crossed the bridge near the repair shop, I heard this. That did not sound good, and the car was slowly losing power. I managed to limp a few more 100 meters before it ultimately died on the turn off to the repair shop. Taking the engine apart, I found this. A blown head gasket, and one of the pistons just missing.
It just left it, went, bye, bitch. Yeah, the left is right, guys.
Luckily, I was near the repair shop, so I could easily go buy some new parts. Unluckily, it was Saturday, and the shop wouldn't be open until Monday. I could just wait, but that would take hours, so I decided to hop on the bus and take it back home. This was a terrible mistake. I left my computer running to go take a piss, only to come back to the bus humping another car.
Okay.
Reviewing the footage, I was horrified to see this complete Dorbus crash into the bus while on the wrong side of the road. Now this, by itself, was pretty unlucky, but what made it even worse was that this idiot had a trailer attached to his car, which had managed to get the bus perfectly stuck in the middle of the road. This is awesome. Since I was technically still moving, even if only a few centimeters per second, I couldn't get off the bus, and I couldn't leave. The only option here was to quit to menu and revert the last 3 hours of progress. Awesome. Fuck! This put us back to when the rocker shaft was broken, so once again I hopped on the bike to go get a new one. It being Wednesday, I knew that the only other person on the road leading into the repair shop was the guy in the green car. But for some reason, the road to my house was taped off, which would indicate the rally was taking place. Further up the road, my suspicions were confirmed when a rally car travelling at approximately 2% the speed of light shot past, barely missing me. Whoa. I don't know why the rally was on, it only happens on the weekend, and it was clearly Wednesday, but whatever. Now, if I had any sense, I would have gotten off the road, seeing as it was clearly pretty hazardous. But I was tired and frustrated at what had happened on the bus. So I hopped back on the road on my bike, and 5 minutes later, got completely obliterated.
Oh my god.
No!
I'm making it seem like rallies are like so common, you know, just another day in Finland, another rally. Boy dead in an accident. I feel like this is hilarious, but I would hate putting the
In shock, I stared at the death screen for a good 2 minutes before resigning to my fate. Disabling perma-death, naming myself, I give up, and trying again.
Oh my god. Watch me like call my engineer friend and just like cheat and get them to do it. I'd be like, yeah, I totally did it, guys. Don't look at the share screen on Discord.
In a world of neon lights, till the body shines so bright, clumsy hot flood holds her crown, busting sassy folks she's found. Ears block up a purple sight, with a smile she takes the fight. Once the walls won't break her stride,